Hi, it's Dave Oates, Head Researcher at Joanna North Associates and Findermonkey, and also in charge of all our intermediary work too. So that's the bit where we actually get in contact with people. I wanted to do a quick video today just to kind of explain a bit more about how that works, because people will see we're quite active on Facebook, and I know we get a lot of comments from people asking, how do you make contact, and do you do it in the right way, do you do the right checks? Well, yes, the simple answer is absolutely yes. Where adoption is concerned, we have to comply to legislation. There are specific checks we can do to see if the person we're about to try and find and get in contact with has ever registered a wish not to be contacted. So there are ways that we can check that. I have to say that's quite rare to find, but it's part of the process we must follow, and we do diligently to make sure that nobody's ever requested not to be contacted. But we also contact a lot of people who are not separated through adoption, still relatives, often people looking for birth fathers, birth mothers, all kinds of situations. And really, there are no checks you can do. We can speak to our clients and ask them the story, from their point of view. But actually, you never really know, for the most part, how people will feel about being contacted until you get in contact. And that's where we're really careful. We explain the circumstances to the person we're getting in touch with, and we always protect their privacy. And so if they don't want their details to be shared, we will never share them. We absolutely guarantee that. So if we've written to you, for instance, I would encourage you to always respond to us, because it can help draw a conclusion to it, particularly if you're not wanting to be contacted. We can relay that information to our client and hopefully prevent anything further from happening. Have known the odd case where we've perhaps had no response, and we've not shared any information. So if we don't get a response, we won't share information. But that doesn't mean that somebody can't do their own search and find the information themselves. So I think it's always worthwhile. People want an answer. They don't want necessarily, to force people into contact, but they would like an answer. So I think if we've written to you, the best thing you could do is respond, even if you don't want contact. We will explain why we've written to you exactly, and on whose behalf. Usually we'll have what we call a personal statement from that person. So that's a letter from them where they outline why they're getting in touch. And that can often help people decide how they feel anyway. But we're not here to force people to be in touch. Far from it. In fact, when we're trying to get an outcome, we're trying to get the right outcome for everybody involved. So sadly, that's not always the contact that our client might wish for. But we also work for a lot of people who aren't necessarily looking for contact. And sometimes it's just to relay some information or to ask for some information. So there's lots of reasons why we might get in touch. So I would always encourage people just to respond to us and speak to us, and I hope that explains it. Thanks for watching.